Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Hope I'm audible, right? If someone from the comments can just confirm you can hear me properly, just give a thumbs up or an yes. Okay, great. And myself, Ganesh, and welcome all to the first professional masterclass of the GenAI Academy. And just start with the session. GenAI Academy is the first phase of the GenAI Exchange. This program is specifically designed to upskill Indian developers in AI through various learning resources, hands-on projects, and expert guidance. GenAI Exchange is basically of two phase, GenAI Academy, in which you will get access to 5 AI courses on Google Cloud Skill Boost platform. Basically, these courses requires to buy you credits, but on this program, you will be getting these credits for free. But that you have to sign up and submit your right Google's Cloud Skill Boost profile link, which should be public. We have been getting a lot of profile links, which is the right, but they are not public. So make sure that you submit the right public profile link and your profile is always set in public so that you'll be getting the credits to complete these courses. And it's been just third week and we already got like more than 2 lakh developers enrolled for this program. Seeing these numbers and amount of enthusiasm and eagerness towards the Indian developers on learning AI is always something remarkable. And we can see the amount of interest we have been putting in learning is not going in a down step. It's an up steps. Every day and every single second we have been seeing thousands and thousands of developers starting their courses, completing their courses, submitting their completed skill badges. Is something what brings up energy to run us this program more and more enthusiastically. And you may ask what's in it for us. And to start with, you'll be having a 5 Google courses, like on the Google Cloud Skill Boost, there'll be 5 AI courses. Completing all these courses will give you skill badges. On if you complete all the 5 courses listed on the website, you'll be getting a Google Cloud GenAI Academy certificate. And you can showcase these courses on your LinkedIn handles, on your resume. It will be always in your Google Cloud Skill Boost platform, so you can add it wherever you like to showcase that you have achieved something through this program, or you have learned something and you are a master in it. And the next thing is leaderboard. So we do have a leaderboard. The leaderboard is something which revolves around the rewards. So rewards is something is always interesting. So who top this leaderboard? Top in the sense top 100, top 50, top 10. They'll be getting invites to Google in-person events, Google merchandise, and very much more. This leaderboard is live on the website right now. I will just give you a small glimpse of it. Yes. So if you have registered, if you go to your team dashboard and in the breakout zone, you can see something called leaderboard. In this leaderboard, you can see the score, which is points you have got. So far, you are done for the course completions, your post on LinkedIn, Medium blogs, and everything. So based on the scores, your ranks will be allocated. So if you top this in a top 10, top 50, top 100, you will be getting invited to the Google in-person event. There will be a lot of merchandise there, and there are much more things that are on the way. And apart from leaderboard, it's not only getting rewards, it's learning from the best in the industry. You'll be getting chance to attend workshops, mentorship sessions led by Google experts. You'll be getting the latest insights of AI, and there are more than in-person events coming up, which will be revealed as we progress. So the best part, how are these points distributed? I'll just give a small glimpse of it. So there are 5 courses. If you complete one course, you'll be getting 100 points. And the second thing is attending live masterclass. So this is a live masterclass. So if you attend this live masterclass, you'll be getting 20 points. And this masterclass, once it is done, it will be there in the interaction and resources tab. And if you watch the recorded masterclass, you'll be getting 10 points. And post a blog on Medium. If you write a blog on a Medium saying that how your journey was, and how it impacted your career as of right now, and what are the changes it have made, and what have you learned through this, you'll be getting 30 points. And post a post on the LinkedIn. So say for example, if you completed one course, and you can post that skill badge saying that how was the course for you, and how did it make a difference, and how well you are versed in the technology right now. If you post a post, that will give you 10 points. So everything must be a valid one. I can also give a small glimpse of this as well, where to submit and what to submit. So once you register, and this is the team dashboard page you will be landing on, and there are steps clearly mentioned what you have to do next, and how to get the points, and where to submit everything. So to get the credits initially, just give me a second minute for this loading. So to get the credits initially, you need to submit your Google's Cloud Skill Boost a public profile link, which I already did. So make sure you give your registered email address over here and your Skill Boost account public profile over there, and you can submit already. And as you progress, say for example, if you complete the prompt design in Vertex AI, you can submit that email address, and there will be a badge link. You can submit it here. The same goes for all the courses. And for the Medium and blog, there is a section called social media submission. You can put what is the course you have completed, and your email address, and the LinkedIn post link, and as well as your blog post link. You can add multiple submissions over as you complete the course 2, course 3, and course 4. Coming back to the slides. So this is not about the leaderboard, like getting rewards, or getting swags, or in-person event. It's like something how committed we are towards the goal. It's like it shows the consistency, it show how well we are gonna implement the technologies, how well we are in the path of learning new things every day. Apart from points, apart from leaderboards, there is something called knowledge. You will get information day by day. There are expert-led master classes coming up on your way. There are a lot of in-persons even coming up on your way. And to be frank, these courses might cost to buy you credits in normal things, but under this program, you're getting it free of cost. So make sure you will get this opportunity twice. I don't know, but make sure you use this opportunity right now in the most fruitful and impactful manner. And that's it as of I have right now for you. So now I would like to invite Shika. She is a custom engineer at Google Cloud who will be taking a masterclass on develop GenAI apps with Gemini and Streamlit.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Hi. Good to see all of you here, and really excited about this particular developing Gen AI applications with Gemini and Streamlit. Quick background about me: I am a customer engineer who works in the healthcare segment of India. I have worked with Apollo hospitals, Manipal hospitals, and the likes of it, and pharma as well. Really enjoying my work at Google Cloud, and Gen AI is something which is very new and exciting, and everybody wants to develop apps. And so in this session I will be talking about how can we develop GenAI applications with Gemini and Streamlit. Streamlit is just the front end which will help you to see how the app look like, and it is really low code, so it becomes really easy. But before I talk about the lab, I would also like to touch base upon what is a GenAI application, right? So as you can see, what is GenAI basically? So anything which GenAI is actually helps us to generate text, images, code, or music, or any other kind of data when we give a prompt. And any application which actually use the generative AI models and create content or automate tasks or provide interactive experience is called a GenAI application. So GenAI application is actually helping you. So you give the prompt, and it will generate a text for you, images, code, music, etc. If you have gone through some of the chatbot these days, for example, if you would like to just create an itinerary for yourself to go to Goa, or to any other place, all you need to do is, okay, create a itinerary for me to for a place for India beaches, for example, and it will create a whole itinerary for you, where to stay, what is the most suitable option, and things like that, right? So developers needs to develop GenAI applications, And in this particular lab, we'll go ahead and do that. Well, there are a lot of real life use cases about Gen AI. Some of you and most of you would have actually seen them in real life as well. Most important is the content creation and marketing. I don't know if you are still developers or in work, but then if you are still a developer, you might be creating code, right? So if you would like to create a code for automating a task, right? It's just easy. You just go to Gemini, which is Google's Gen AI application. You just go ahead and type over there and say, create a code to automate my emails, right? And you can connect it with your email, like using a connector and an API with the Gemini, and then you can actually start creating, automating tasks or creating content, creating code, writing emails and stuff like that. So content creation is basically one of the real life and very much used use case for Gen AI application. And the lab that we will be doing, we will actually see how that content creation is used for marketing content. I don't know if you have tried, but you might have seen our Ghibli images, right? So there are people who are really creating the content, just putting the picture over there and then changing the picture in either in a Ghibli style or any other style, and creating marketing content. There are multiple websites right now, by the way, wherein, like, for jewelry, right? So you just type that I would like uh, a diamond earrings, uh, you know, like for 10 carats, and it will actually show you image of that particular jewelry, for example, or maybe just creating a small video, like a 30 seconds video as well, wherein you are showing that how a car is driving, how is it looking, and things like that, using VO, which is Google's video text to video generation LLM, and other other technologies as well. So yes, one of the real life use cases, content creation and marketing. We could create content, we could actually create the whole marketing campaign, and it is one of the most adopted use case. The other one, which is also very much adopted use case, is about customer service and support, right? You might have seen that if for certain let us say that you are working on your computer, and then if there is an update which needs to be done, but your the computers, your OEM has actually started taking some of the information from you, and then it will start looking into this, that okay, whether this update is good or not for you, because you might have certain other installation or applications which could be impacted. So it kind of gives you that information by generating a report for your computer or a laptop or any other electronic device. And you can actually talk to the customer support people and say, automated customer support, is this good for us, right? It's not that it is there's a person behind it, but then there is a bot, right? So creating a customer service support bot, or for example, you would like to do anything, right? And the customer support, there is a for example, if you just go to any hospital app, right? Over there, whether you like to book uh, any appointment with a doctor, so there is a bot which helps you to book the appointment, gives you some suggestions, and support you, so on and so forth, right? So this is again one of the real life use cases. Other one, which is very exciting, which is finance and business. There's a lot going on in this area. And by the way, while I'm speaking this, and if you have any other ideas or any other real life use cases that you might have seen, feel free to write in the chat bot and let everybody know about it, right? Or you have worked on it, or you have seen it, which you found it really cool. So I think that could also be mentioned here. So coming back to finance and business, right? So there are times in a business, let's say for example sales, you would like to understand how your sales is doing over quarter to quarter, right? Earlier what you used to do is you will have to actually look into all the reports, like multiple reports, trust me, and then you will have to create a report out of it. Okay, this is how the quarter by quarter things were, these are certain good things that happened, and sales improved because of it, while these are certain things which did not go well. But now with Gen AI, you can actually create, those reports. You just say, give me a concise information about my business, for example, and it will actually go through all the information or all your documents that are there, and will create a very comprehensive report for you, and it will give you all the information. So in finance and business, and with with Google Workspace, and with slides, GenAI in slides as well, you could actually create your own formulas. You can just look into lots and lots of data and find out all the insights that you would need for your business and finance. So things have become really easy for my day-to-day life also. I sometimes use mostly use GenAI, right? um, for me, the most exciting, because I'm a part of healthcare system in India, it's really really exciting in healthcare and life sciences. People who are interested in life sciences, there is AlphaFold 3, which actually helps you create new, I would say, new molecules, new structures, like protein structures, etc. And you would like to really understand how multiple structures are bound together, and how can two proteins can come together and form a structure or new structures and things like that, which is really exciting and cool. And apart from the health, I mean, life sciences, and there are multiple other use cases as well in healthcare as well, right? So you, as I've given your customer support example, but then most apps have this information where you, if you're having a headache, right? So you can actually just self-diagnose, which is not suggested too much, but still you can still, the basic symptoms you can diagnose, and then that you could be diverted to a particular doctor, right? So that is one of the healthcare use cases. Or if I talk about others as well, wherein you would like to really see a comprehensive health report, or understand your health report. This is very much used by the healthcare industry throughout. That they look into the patient's data, they create personalized health checkup for a particular patient, and ensure that everything is covered, and they could bring and provide better services to their patients and to the customers, right? So this is very very being adopted a lot. In automotives, yes, you might have seen self-driving cars, right? You give voice, or if you had seen the new Astra video of Google, wherein you're in a Wemo car, and then you say, okay, I would like to just go there, and on the way you will find a signboard, and you say, okay, which place is this, or how can you book in a particular, can you book a table in a particular hotel, or if you're uh, if your petrol or if your EV is on a less charging, it will give you, a prompt, right? That it is going less. You might want to charge your EV, or you would like to just put more, petrol into your cars, etc. So these are certain live use cases, and a lot of people are actually a lot of people industries are adopting it, and that's why it has become more important for us to understand and do this lab, and understand how GenAI applications are used. So I'll quickly get into the lab, but then as I'll also talk about what are the different uh, components of this lab into a little bit detail. So as you can see in this lab, what are we going to use? What are we trying to do? We are actually trying to create a uh, GenAI application using Gemini API in Vertex AI, and we are using Cloud Run and Streamlit framework to create a interactive interface for generating stories or content or marketing. I'll quickly show you how the app would look like by the end of it. So, share this up. So as you can see, I'm not sure if this app is visible. Okay, yeah, it is. Perfect. Right? So as you can see, this is how this app would look like. It will do a couple of things. So you can either create a free form, you can ask any questions, like create an essay on on Sky or etc., things like that. You can select the models, like whether you would like to use Gemini 2.0 Flash, Flashlight, or 2.5 Pro. And then I just entered this, and it actually created all of this whole text, right? So this can be done Then you can generate a story in which you provide the character name, you provide what kind of a character it is, what kind of properties or personality traits that character has, and then it will generate a story. So if I just click on generate story, I would do that. Similarly for marketing campaign, creating images or video. So in this particular lab, once you're done, this app would be deployed, and then you would be able to uh, look into these different and play around with multiple avenues of it. So I'll go back to the, and let me just explain about what are the different components that we have been using here. So I'm going back to the presentation again. Okay. So yes, so as you see that we are using the Gemini, and then we will be deploying the app in the Cloud Run, and we'll be using Streamlit framework. So first of all, let's try and understand what is the tech behind Google's Gen AI. So we have Vertex AI, which is an end-to-end platform for providing any kind of data. It unlike your data for use cases, expertise, and environment. It's basically a combination of model garden, model builder, and agent builder. So model garden is a garden where lots and lots of LLMs are available, right? So there are Google's proprietary models, whether they are single modality or a multiple modality. For example, only text-based, right? So we had medical MedLM, which was text-based medical LLM, which is in Model Garden, right? So we have Gemini, which is multi-model, wherein you can generate text, images, videos, right, etc. So that's the Model Garden. So not only Google's, but there are other partners who are partners who build models alongside with Google. So those models are also available. Plus open source models like Llama, like Anthropic, etc. are available in Model Garden. So when you go to Vertex AI, you can actually explore. This is really cool place to find out all the models. And if you would like to really figure out that which model to use, so if you are doing just the text to text generation, for example, it kind of give you all the list of the text to text models available in the Vertex. Then we have the model builder. So there are certain custom use cases wherein the Model Garden, I mean, you may want to build your own, right? So that's where you go in the model builder. So you can create Jupyter notebooks, things like that. And we have also have a collab enterprise, collab, which is more like a notebooks where you go and create notebooks, and it is similar to like Jupyter, but it's more on the it's Google's. Then we have agent builder. So now the word has moved from Gen AI to agents, right? If you're following news and things which are happening wherein agents are actually automating tasks really faster, so you can actually create, or there so we have agent space wherein you can where we have out of box agents wherein you can just say that okay, send an email, and then it will automatically open an email. It will also write the content for the email and send it across, for example. Or like for developers, right, you would like to update a Jira ticket, so there is an agent where you say okay, as soon as my work is done, update the Jira ticket stating that okay, this work is done. So that's agent builder. So you can actually write custom agents where you can create either a search bot or you can create a chat bot, for example. Or there are out of box agents as well that can be also used. So in Vertex AI, you'll find all of it. We will be using a notebook. We will actually be connecting to Vertex AI models, which are Gemini, and so we will be connecting to Gemini models, which is Pro. So let me just quickly walk you through what is a Pro model. So Gemini Pro is actually it's good for analyzing and summarizing large amount of information. So if you would like to analyze, or if you have lots and lots of data, like you would like to summarize a whole book, for example, you might want to use Gemini Pro. Or you would like to do a cross, so you have a text, so you have an image and you would like to really understand what is there in the image, or how can we make it better, for example. So you can use Gemini Pro. So it's more about complex reasoning, while Flash is most for speed, right? So if you have to do some quick tasks, right, sub-second responses or high throughput, and at a lower cost. It also have multimodal capabilities like text. It can understand text, videos, images, etc., audios as well, and it is used for search, code execution, or third-party functions, etc. So mostly, this is how we'll be using. So this is okay. Yeah, this is a better diagram where it shows you the model garden, where we have Google open sources as well as partners models, and we have Vertex AI model builder, wherein we do prompting, we serve, we tune, distill our models, we evaluate, we have the notebooks available, trainings, pipelines, we create pipelines and do the monitoring. And agent builders are just out of box agents like search, orchestration, connectors, etc. And on the top of it, which is mostly a solution that if I would like to do a task and I would like to understand how it is done in Google Cloud, and I can use Gemini for Google Cloud. If I would like to automate certain tasks like write an email, etc., that is Google Gemini for Workspace, or that we can also use our own AI powered agents. Here in this particular lab, we will be using Model Garden, wherein we will be connecting to Gemini APIs. The next thing that we will be doing in this particular lab is deploying an app, right? Uh, so this app will be deployed in Cloud Run. Cloud Run is again a containerized platform, containerized service from Google Cloud, wherein you can deploy in seconds. And you can you have automatic https and custom domains that you can create. There are multiple languages, and it is very portable, so you just create it in fraction of seconds, right? Containers, like you can have any language like Python, like JavaScript, Go, etc. You can use any library binary which is all available. You just have to import the libraries into Cloud Run and you would be able to run those similar like you do like a Docker images. Some of the use cases why we use Cloud Run, and which is being used here as well, is building a web app, right? Which is what we are doing, right? We are creating a web app or request-based services. So here you can see that we have Chrome, and then we are connecting to Cloud Run Container, which is Node or Django or Rails, and it is at the back end connected to any Cloud SQL relational database if you would like to read any information from there. One of the mostly used these days, because there's a lot of API happening. We connect to multiple systems, etc. So it is widely used in web and mobile backends, right? So read the data and transform the data, and develop APIs, internal services, etc. Also used for data processing and automation, wherein workflow automation can be done like you read the data from GitHub, post it data through a web echo receiver, which is deployed in Cloud Run, and then you have the chat notification done. If you would like to know more about it, you can go to https cloud.run, and there are more information on how to use. So we have talked about Vertex AI and Gemini, and we have talked about where the application will be deployed, which is in the Cloud Run. And then which platform are we using? We are using framework. We are using a Streamlit framework. Again, it is very simple framework. If you'd like to know more about it, you can go to streamlit.io. It actually has a Python library for creating interactive web apps, which I just showed you how you could do it. It could be used to build dashboards, data visualization, and ML apps, as we have seen, right? How can we do it? I mean, I'm sure that many of you have already used it. For those who have not, it is really easy to start up and run, right? It is mainly used for data-based project, and if you would, and which do not need a lot of custom UI. You just want a simple stuff like I showed you when you are done with that this particular lab, how the UI would look like. And you do not really want a lot of styling and functionality, but you just want to have more functionality to it. So that is where we use Streamlit. And in this particular lab, we will be deploying or using Streamlit through Cloud Shell, right? So Cloud Shell is again an interactive UI, I would say text editor, wherein you go and run commands, deploy multiple things, and use uh, and work on cloud. Google Cloud is through Cloud Shell. So we will see how all that comes together. But I would like to really talk about it. You can see this. This is again a sample example an app which was created earlier, in which you uploaded this very simple one, right? You just browse a file, upload a file, and you want to just remove the background. For example, I just want a zebra and not the green fields behind it. Um, so after going through, any questions before I move forward? Anything that I could take? Can we please get get the PPT for our reference? I think this I will have to see it. Of course, it should be given. An interaction section. Are we able to chat? How can we chat? You can just that's the way you are chatting, Divya. And why is make your own prompts in prompt design Vertex and not getting accepted? Does anyone know? I'm not really sure. So, okay, how is it helpful, Mohit, in finance industry? It is basically to really run understanding numbers better, to get to create a chatbot, to create a search engine, get all the information summarized from multiple sources, and this is how it can be done. So I think with this, I'll quickly walk you through the lab because that's important. And before I walk you through the lab, I would also like to talk about what are the key takeaways from here. So you will all learn that how the integration with Gemini API happens, right? Through the Vertex AI integration, how this is deployed in Cloud Run. So this lab guide gives you the process of building and deploying a separate application in Cloud Run, and also utilizing a Streamlit framework, which is again very easy. So you don't have to build anything, by the way, in this particular app. All the information, all the application code is available in Git. You just have to pull the data, pull the code into it, deploy the code, and the app will be up and running. So I'm just sharing the screen wherein you'll go to this particular lab. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So as you can see, I've already started this lab, but then this is a lab that we're working on, which is utilizing Streamlit framework with Cloud Run and Gemini API Vertex AI. You would have an option to start the lab. Once you start the lab, you have all this information available here about username, password, and so on and so forth. I'll walk you through the console as well so that you understand better. But this is some information which is available for you to understand this lab, and you will also get what are you going to do. Now, in this lab, once you click on the start button, the lab will be deployed. The lab would look like this. Um, I'm just sharing this application. Once deployed, it will look like this. If once you come to this console, this is how it will look like. This is Google Cloud Console. This is the shell. I need to reconnect because it's the connection to the shell is gone. So this is the Cloud Shell terminal where you give the commands, you write the scripts, and get the work done. So it's just connecting. You can also open the editor. What it does, so Cloud Shell Editor is just connecting to Cloud Shell Editor right now. So all the files which are there, are available here. So you can actually see your application which you are deploying. So all this information you can actually see it. Sample apps, Streamlit, Cloud Run. As you can see, it is already deployed. You want to understand the code better and so on and so forth. This is the place you will go and you would be able to see it. Right. I will go back again to the. Oh, sorry, I was sharing another tab. My bad. As you can see here, this is how the whole uh, Google Cloud looks like. This is the editor where you can see all the. Stop it. Where you can see all the your files, etc. You can modify files, you can run and debug and so on and so forth. This is the Streamlit app which has already been deployed. All the files can be seen here, and if something which is not working, you can actually come here and do the troubleshooting. And terminal is, again, this is a place where you go and run your you will start working with this quick lab, and this is the terminal where you give commands and write scripts, etc. Right. I'll go back again. So as you know, this is how you'll start working towards it. So you'll have to just copy and paste the password. Once it is done, it is pretty simple. So let me just walk you through application deploy, build and deploy the application to Cloud Run. Uh, you will see here that you have to copy these commands. While you can just copy and paste, which works as well, but then you will not understand what it's doing. So it's very important to understand. So right, so you have this HTTPS Google Platform Generative AI Get. I'll quickly show you here as well. So this is the Git platform where you have your files, as you can see. So you could go here, you can also explore it by yourself, but this is an area where we will be actually picking up the our files, right? Then again, the next step is, so we are actually creating our own repository or a directory. So as you can see, I was showing you that, Gemini, Streamlit, Cloud Run, there was a folder where in the folder you can actually go ahead and see all the application. Once that is done, so you've created the folder, you have actually cloned the repository, you will start configuring, right? So you'll have to use a Python virtual environment and install the dependencies. So you can, just copy and paste in the terminal window that I was showing you. And then, but then most important thing, this part here, right? So when we talk about Google Cloud Project and which region it is, ensure that you follow this, you type it as is, because we will be using US Central 1. And if you would like to understand what is your project, then you will have to be here. So if you go to Google Cloud, so it gives you this project number, project ID. So this is the project number, project ID, which is available here. It also, so ensure that you provide the right project ID, because otherwise it will error out, right? You also have your project ID mentioned here. So in case, you can also copy it from here, but then always double check, right? Once you have set up your project and your Google Cloud region, then you will start working on the repo, right? So you will start on your Streamlit application, you will deploy the framework, all packages will be installed, and once that is done, the Cloud Run, the service will be deployed in Cloud Run. So as you can see here, again, you will also have to ensure that the Cloud Run service runs. And once it is completed, it will actually give you a link for the application, a public link, which can be used from your laptop or desktop, whatever you are using, which you can use. And once you click on that link, which is what I have clicked on it, you will be able to see this application and you can play it around, right? If I just check my progress, because I've already deployed, it should be able to say that I have completed the lab, right? So once your lab, if this green checkbox doesn't come, which means you have missed something or it has errored out, you will have to just run the steps or do a little bit of troubleshooting if you have to. But that lab completion only happens once you have this green checkbox done, and your points will be added after there's a green checkbox which is done. So once it is done, you will get this message, you're done, and then you're ready to explore this lab here. Um, any questions you may have? Oh, yeah, Abhishek has completed already. I didn't receive. So credits information, I think the team, head to go team will be able to provide. But yeah, Nirvan, I think I'll just go back to the, I'll just share this tab. I'll So I'm just walking you through the lab one more time, because I think that there was a different lab which was shared. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, so here, as you can see, build and deploy application Cloud Run. So what you need to do is you have to clone the repository. That's the first step. You will have to, provide, create a folder where you are going to put all the code, etc. Then you will have to set up the Python environment. Very important that you always check and provide a Google Cloud Project ID, and it should be similar to the Google Project ID, which in the lab that you have deployed. Just double check. It's always good to do. And after that, you will also have to execute this following command for Cloud Shell. So you can go to Cloud Shell and then run it to set up everything, right? What is the service name? Which repository are we using? And so on and so forth. Once this is done as a final step, you will have to deploy everything in Cloud Run. Once Cloud Run, this whole code, once this code is completed, then it will provide you a link, the link that I was showing you earlier, and it will show you this application. I was talking about having this green check mark, right? To check my progress. What it does, it actually checks whether all the binaries, etc., are deployed correctly, or whatever we needed for this particular lab is completed. So once this is done, this is how it will look like: build and deploy applications to Cloud Run. And once this is done, only then this lab is completed. If not, then you will might have to do the steps and check that where it has not worked. I'll quickly show you how in Cloud Run looks like. If you have not looked at it earlier, share this tab. This is how it will be in the. This is the terminal shell where we run, right? So if I go to Cloud Run, Cloud, it's just loading. Hold on. It's taking some time to load, but then here these are the generative AI samples wherein you have this application, and share the step. And this is, if you would like to view in GitLab or Cloud Run, you can also go from here and test this particular application, right? uh, yeah, I think that's all for this particular lab. How you can deploy the lab, what are the uh, technologies or services behind this particular lab. I'm happy to take any questions. Just stop sharing. I won't be able to answer any tech credits questions, but anything which is related to this particular lab, I would be able to answer. Can we mobile apps and webs are both from here? Uh, ship, ship fast now. What do you mean by that? Can we? What the different regions do? What is the difference? So Google Cloud has their infrastructure in multiple places, like like lots of servers, etc., which are there. So region, for example, Delhi is a region, Mumbai is a region for Google Cloud. So your lab, your code is deployed in a particular region. If you do not connect to that particular region and do other region, then it will not be able to connect to those files which are available in a particular region, right? So if the files are available in Delhi and you're connecting to Mumbai region, again, it will be difficult. I mean, you won't find it because it's not there, right? Is Gemini API free for all projects? Not really. There is a cost to it, but it's very limited. You could use the developer version of Gemini, and it should go. Should be okay. Um, how will how they will know if I watch this live recording? I think for this is something which Hack2 skill would be able to answer. I think whatever when you are registered, you will be able to see it that you have already watched it. How to establish a connection to Google AI services using Vertex AI SDK. So yes, Abhiram, so in this lab wherein there is a place where you are actually providing all the yeah, where you're actually providing the link to the APIs to connect to it. Can we generate Python code? Some question. Can we generate a Python code by giving GenAI multiple images, like someone belong from trading background, I want to automate my trading? Well, we'll have to check that, but we definitely could generate Python code if we provide a proper use case and say they can generate a Python code for creating a module, for example, uh, reading some images and provide output or their understanding of the images or what that image is all about. So we could do that, but not it needs to be written in a very concise prompt so that it Gemini understand that what are we trying to do with them. If that answers your question. How to set up Streamlit for VS Code? When you go to VS Streamlit application, you actually can use the binaries for VS Code. So that's how you could do it. How to establish connection to Google AI services using Vertex AI SDK. There is a whole document I can share with you, Abhiram. I think connecting to Google Cloud APIs, and you should be able to use it. Yeah. Any other questions? How do I build upon Gemini models to build specific purpose LLMs? So yes, you should have access to Vertex AI, but once you have that Vertex AI platform with you, uh, you can code. So I'll quickly show you 1 minute in Vertex AI where you can go. I can show. So I was talking about Vertex AI for those who would like to understand more. This is the Vertex AI platform. Will it load? I think I have, yeah, so it's just loading. Yeah. It's okay. Vertex AI. So here you can see if you would like to create your own notebooks, this is where you go in Collab Enterprise, or you can use your Jupyter notebooks as well. In Vertex AI Studio, you can create your own prompts, multiple things you can connect. Uh, yeah, just hold on. Then you have Media Studio, you can stream real time, and there are other agents where you could actually see what are the different agents available. So again, if you can just click on agents, then there are multiple agents out of the box available which you can use, like Vertex search that can be done. You can create your custom search, media search, etc. And you can create your own data sets, pipelines, etc. So you have all this available in Vertex AI. You may need a little bit of knowledge about Vertex and how to use it, and creating pipelines, etc. You should be fine. I think that answers your question. Ganesh, over to you. Or, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really wonderful session. Guys, if you have any doubts or any questions or queries related to the masterclass which we are right now, you can drop in the comments, or you can just reach out to the support details. We'll be dropping the support details here as well. And also, please do join the Discord channel to get your queries resolved at an instance. And with that, we also circulating a form here. And if you have any queries or questions apart from the session or the masterclass, please do fill out that form as well, so that our team could take a look at these concerns. And yes, I can take a couple of questions, but and it's everything is technical over here.
So there's a question which says, is it totally free to access cloud services? Well, you can sign up for the services. You will get $300 for the services, and there are some free services available which you could use. Please explain its use cases with data analysis. Prerna, if you could just explain more, that would really be helpful. In the final project, does video background option actually works? Yes, it will work, because the lab timing for me is over, so it won't. I have to deploy the application again. But then if you go ahead and do it, it will actually work. If I want to use Gemini AI locally for the company, will it be possible for me to run AI? So Gemini AI locally, so you can deploy Gemma. Gemma is an open source, a VM version of Gemini where you have all that available. So you can use Gemma if you want to use locally. Yeah. Or you can also connect to Gemini APIs to connect to Gemini and then use it. So there is a developer version already there. What else? Tell us more example Gemini API is used effectively. Sony, there are a lot of examples like Gemini APIs are being used all over. The recent one is which I worked on was for a particular hospital where they are using Gemini APIs to understand the image. So handwritten prescriptions are converted into digital format, and then or and then like handwritten notes are converted into proper digitized format. So there is the APIs that are reading it in the form of image, converts into OCR, and then digitize it and things like that. Yeah, this is one of the example which I've been used understanding images, or you're watching a YouTube video, for example, and you would just wanted to go to a particular location. For example, IPL is happening, right? You would like to see at what time Virat Kohli hit a six, right? So you can just type, uh, go to the time frame when Virat Kohli hit a six, and with the Gemini APIs, it will read the whole video and will actually guide you to the same time, to the timestamp where Virat Kohli would have hit a six. So that's how you could do it. And there are multiple other examples for Gemini APIs. Uh, there's a lot of documentation available, and you could actually use it. Yeah, I think there's another one question. Can we fine tune and build drag in Gemini for free? Akash will, if this, so you could check with the developer version if that option is available for drags. I don't think it will be free, but it's very low cost. And you could actually build your rags with Gemini through Vertex AI. You can have a $300 which comes with when you actually register for a cloud, Google Cloud environment, services. So, okay, I think I've answered most of the questions. Okay, that's it then.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Shika. It was a really wonderful session. Thank you for having us here and walking us through the labs. And
Thank you.
this session will be available in the interaction tab as well. So if you guys want to revisit any particular time frame or want to go again a session, it's always there in the team dashboard. And just wait for next upcoming master classes, hoping to have more learning sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.